Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at a topic you might not have heard much about before, vaginal agenesis.
Hmm.
It sounds a bit medical, I know, but we're going to unpack what it is and really how it impacts overall vaginal health based on the material we've got here.
That's right. Basically, vaginal agenesis is, well, it's a rare condition. You're born with it, and it means the vagina is underdeveloped or, in some cases, absent.
Okay.
And often it's linked to things like MRKH syndrome. So our focus today, looking at this article and our notes, is really to understand the, let's say, unique challenges for vaginal well-being that come with it.
And maybe potential solutions too.
Exactly, and explore potential ways to manage things and support health.
Okay, so when we talk about how vaginal agenesis affects vaginal health, it's more than just the physical structure itself, isn't it? The article seems to suggest that.
Oh, absolutely. It goes beyond just formation. The article highlights challenges in maintaining, health, comfort, that internal balance.
Right. And what about the treatments? I see mentions of tissue sensitivity.
Yes, that's a key point. Treatments, whether it's surgery to create a new vagina or maybe non-surgical dilation therapy, well, they can initially make the tissues quite sensitive.
Ah,
And the article points out this can sometimes lead to tiny micro tears, especially early on during healing.
that makes sense. Post-procedure care must be vital then.
Totally. The article really stresses how crucial good post-procedural care is. It helps those tissues heal properly, build up resilience.
Okay. And does this connect to the vaginal microbiome at all?
It does, yeah. The sources we have discuss how these treatments, and maybe also reduce natural secretions sometimes seen with vaginal agenesis, can disrupt that delicate balance. Inflammation can be a factor too.
Right, the microbiome. For anyone needing a quick reminder, that's the community of bacteria, right? And the article really emphasizes lactobacillus.
Yes, lactobacillus bacteria are like the guardians. They're crucial for maintaining that slightly acidic pH.
Which keeps other microbes in check.
Precisely. It helps prevent the overgrowth of potentially harmful bacteria or fungi.
So if that balance gets disturbed, what happens then, according to the article?
Well, the article explains that individuals managing vaginal agenesis might become more susceptible to things like bacterial vaginosis BV, which often involves odor or discharge,
Okay.
and also potentially more yeast infections, which can cause that awful itching and burning, even sometimes urinary tract infections, UTIs.
Wow. Okay, so it's all kind of linked. The article also mentions chronic inflammation.
It does, and that's not just about those initial micro tears healing. Ongoing inflammation can cause persistent discomfort, even pain.
And slow healing down.
Yeah, and slow down healing. Plus, the article notes that inflamed tissue is generally just more vulnerable to infection.
What about hormones or lubrication? Does the article touch on that?
It does, briefly. Reduced natural lubrication can be a challenge, apparently. And if there are hormonal fluctuations going on as well, that dryness can get worse.
Which leads back to discomfort and maybe more microtear.
Exactly. Discomfort, irritation, and yes, potentially a higher risk of those little tears. It can become a bit of a cycle.
So it sounds like the condition itself, plus the treatments needed, can sort of cascade into effects on the microbiome, inflammation, dryness, making vaginal health more complex to manage.
That sums it up well. And that really brings us to why restoring and maintaining that healthy microbiome balance is so, so important.
Right.
Our source material really underscores this, highlighting the critical role of those lactobacillus bacteria we mentioned.
The good guys. The article lists some specific benefits, doesn't it? Maintaining pH.
Yep, maintaining the acidic pH, acting as a barrier against infection.
And it even says they might help strengthen tissues and boost local immunity.
That's what the article suggests, yes. They seem to contribute to tissue integrity and support the immune defenses right there in the vagina.
So given all that, what does the article say about, say, probiotics for people managing vaginal agenesis?
Well, it highlights the potential benefit of probiotic supplementation. The idea is that actively replenishing these beneficial lactobacillus strains can be really helpful
How so?
by helping to reduce inflammation, support the body's own healing processes. Especially after treatments, it's presented as a valuable step.
Okay, which leads nicely into thinking about a more kind of holistic approach, right? The article seems to advocate for that.
It does. It's not just one thing, but a combination of strategies.
Like what?
Well, diligent post-treatment care, definitely, including things to manage inflammation.
Okay.
Then, as we just discussed, regular use of lactobacillus-based probiotics is highlighted.
Makes sense.
The article also mentions potentially using natural antimicrobial agents, carefully, of course, to help prevent infections without totally wiping out the good bacteria.
And what else? Soothing things.
Yeah, using soothing agents for any irritation. And also focusing on overall vaginal resilience, like staying hydrated, using gentle products, avoiding harsh soaps.
And talking to your doctor, obviously.
Always. Consulting healthcare providers regularly is crucial for personalized guidance. It's all part of a bigger picture for managing health in these unique situations.
Right. And I see the article brings up a specific product here, Balance Complex.
Yes, it's introduced as an example of a product designed with these principles in mind. It's described as a scientifically formulated vaginal probiotic supplement aimed at the needs of women managing vaginal agenesis, but also for just general vaginal health support.
And the idea is it combines probiotics with other supportive ingredients.
Exactly. The article says it combines probiotics with natural antimicrobials and anti-inflammatory agents. The goal is to help restore that microbial balance, reduce irritation, and promote, long-term comfort.
The article provides some background on it too, right? Like how long it's been around.
It does. It mentions over 10 years on the market, a large number of capsules sold. It also points out the formulation details, like 100 billion CFU per gram of probiotic.
That sounds like a lot.
It's a high concentration. And it includes cranberry and D-mannose, which the article notes are specifically for urinary tract health support.
Ah, connecting back to that potential UTI risk.
Precisely. The article also mentions positive user reviews, describing it as a max strength blend for things like odor, itching, discharge.
And practical things like manufacturing standards?
Yes, non-GMO, produced in FDA-registered, GMP-certified facilities, and it mentions a money-back guarantee.
Okay. Does it break down the ingredients further? You mentioned the probiotics.
It does. It lists several lactobacillus strains, acidophilus for pH, rhamnosus for immune support, Reedery, potentially helping with inflammation and healing, plantarum for antioxidant properties,
Okay.
and also Bacillus coagulans, another type of beneficial bacteria that contributes to a healthy microbiome.
And the cranberry and D-mannose? Their role is preventing bacteria sticking in the urinary tract.
That's the idea presented in the article, yes. Helping prevent adherence.
What else is in there? Oregano?
Oregano leaf extract, mentioned for its natural antimicrobial properties, and caprylic acid, noted for targeting yeast overgrowth.
Interesting. Seems quite targeted.
It seems so. There's also protease and cellulase enzymes, the article says, help break down biofilms.
Biofilms. Those are like protective shields for bad bacteria.
Kind of, yeah. So breaking them down could make it harder for unwanted microbes to thrive.
Got it. Any soothing ingredients?
Yes, aloe vera leaf is included, known for soothing and healing. Also arabinogalactin for immune function, anise seed for anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial effects.
Wow, quite a list.
There's more. Black walnut hulls, thought to protect against fungi and bacteria. Wormwood, mentioned for immune defense and flora balance. And even reishi mushroom, known for reducing inflammation and boosting immunity.
So it really sounds like a comprehensive blend, trying to cover multiple bases relevant to the challenges discussed.
That seems to be the intention highlighted in the article, yes. Addressing various aspects, particularly relevant for managing vaginal agenesis, but also broader vaginal health.
Okay, so just to recap the practical advice from the article then.
Right, it circles back to those key steps. Follow post-treatment care diligently. Use probiotics regularly. Balance Complex is given as one example, incorporating many of these ingredients.
Stay hydrated, avoid harsh products.
Yep, and keep that dialogue open with your healthcare team. It really ties it all together.
Okay, great. Now, shifting gears slightly, the article also introduces something else, this idea of understanding your own individual vaginal health better. And it mentions vaginalquiz.com.
Yes, vaginalquiz.com. It's presented as a tool, a resource designed to give you more personalized insights.
How does it work?
The article describes it as a quick quiz, science-backed, apparently takes less than 2 minutes, and the outcome is a personalized analysis of your vaginal health.
2 minutes, huh? That's fast. And it helps with understanding things like dryness, odor.
Discomfort, dryness, odor, overall wellness. That's what the article suggests it can shed light on. It emphasizes it's fast, free, and private.
And the results are tailored.
That's the key benefit highlighted. You get a custom breakdown of your vaginal health profile, potential imbalances, and then expert-backed suggestions based on your situation.
Some might suggest specific things to do.
Potentially, yes. The article mentions you might get recommendations for supplements or even simple daily habit changes to help restore your natural balance.
So it could be a way to get some direction without maybe needing a doctor's visit right away or getting lost searching online.
Exactly. It's positioned as a tool to help you understand your body better, feel more informed, maybe more empowered, without the hassle or potential awkwardness.
Potentially really useful for anyone wanting to be more proactive.
Yeah.
The article definitely encourages people to check out vaginalquiz.com.
It does. And really wrapping this all up, the main point from our sources seems to be that while conditions like vaginal agenesis present unique health considerations, understanding your body
Yeah,
and using the resources available, whether it's specific supplements discussed or tools like this quiz, it's all key to managing well-being.
absolutely. And it sounds like vaginalquiz.com could be a good starting point for anyone listening who wants to get that more personalized insight into their own vaginal health.
Which brings us to a final thought for you, the listener, to perhaps mull over. What proactive steps could you take, starting today, to better understand your own unique health needs? How can you move beyond just general advice and tap into resources that offer a more personalized understanding to support your own health journey?